All of us struggle, often on a daily basis, to find meaning in our busy, pressure-packed lives. But today's young people face even more challenges, choices, and temptations than their parents or grandparents. Few have time to think about the profound decisions they must make. That's why Catholics on Call can offer guidance in seeking answers to questions many 18 to 30-year-olds ponder.
Catholics on Call has discovered that one of the most important things for young adults is the presence of people who can walk with them, who can pass on some wisdom about faith and life experience.
When are you happiest and most alive? And that's a tough question.
Someone who can listen to you and just hear what you're saying and kind of walk with you down that path.
Based at the Bernardine Center at Catholic Theological Union in Chicago, Catholics on Call sponsors a week-long summer program that gives young adults a time and place to explore life's greatest and toughest questions in an environment that's safe, welcoming, reassuring, and fun.
Many of these young adults are not at a place where they have a regular income or a sizable income. So to come to something that is so important to them, they're going to need some help. And they need a program like this that can be offered to them at a minimal cost.
I'm from Skokie.
I'm from Chicago.
Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Dallas, Texas.
Indianapolis.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Tampa, Florida.
Young men and women from all over the country come to Chicago to share in this journey to discover how they may live a life of service to the church. As a lay minister, as a religious sister or brother or priest, as a teacher or community activist.
I think there's a certain isolation of someone who's thinking about living out a Christian vocation, whether it be to religious life, priesthood, or lay ministry, or just being a good person. And the opportunity to hear other people think about the same kind of challenges and also the joys that go with it, and that you don't have to be the only person asking these kinds of questions.
Participants stay in the residence halls of the Catholic Theological Union, forging bonds of trust, friendship, and support.
And we all kind of had this connection because of our faith. We're all here for the same reason as discerning our calls, so it was really easy to connect with everyone.
It has formed a community for me already, which is amazing since we've only been here for a few days.
I told you I liked singing and I liked songs.
The week offers a myriad of activities and opportunities for participants to witness the work of others serving God, the church, and their communities, and to share in their stories.
The mentors bring their own experience and their own life stories, and they're involved in ministries that I was interested in. It was really fun and interesting to feed off of them and see what they do with their lives and how they do it.
Many of these men and women do not have men and women their age to talk to about their interest in religious life or ministry in the church. And this gives them the opportunity to do that.
The young people who attend Catholics on Call are surrounded by those who share the same ideals and aspirations, but who are also struggling with similar challenges and often doubts. Here, participants feel free to explore those questions openly and honestly and without fear.
It's great to be in an environment where there's a lot of students that are interested in ministry, and that's inspiring because it makes me feel less self-conscious in what I want to do. And, you know, the world is telling me that, you know, go get a job and go, you know, play the system. But, you know, what fires me up is working for the church and interacting and ministering to others.
Going to church was having fun.
What is the church and why would I want to serve it?
I truly heard the voice of God say, get involved.
What in God's name are you doing?
During the week, participants closely interact with those truly living their faith. They are often inspired and energized by their words and deeds.
Catholics on Call has been great in providing us wonderful speakers that have given us so much information and opened our eyes to other opportunities, but also the community that we formed with all of the participants. It's been great to share our stories and learn from their experiences as well.
I'm gonna do what the Spirit say do. I'm gonna do what the Spirit say do.
Young people explore the liturgy in both new and traditional ways, helping them discover deeper meaning and purpose through prayer, reflection, and contemplation as a group and in solitude.
I think it's important for them to be in an environment where they feel that it's safe to ask the questions that they have.
about their own lives and about their future ministry or vocation. It's also important that they get some content. I think it's important that they get some theological content, some biblical content. They have very diverse backgrounds. Some of them have had very little Catholic education, and some of them have had quite a bit.
Participants also take field trips to different Chicago neighborhoods to observe how others are living their faith by serving others.
Does anybody here know anything about this ministry at the back of the yard? I think they work with gangs.
It's a ministry site at the intersection of 3 prominent gangs in the area.
When they go to these ministry sites, it's not just the ministry, it's the stories of some modern-day heroes that are now reaching out to the poor, to the disabled, to young people.
Hi, this is Alex, and we're here from Catholics on Call.
The stories of these people serving in these ministries that really touch these young adults, and that gives them something to take with them, something to move towards, something that helps them believe in their own potential.
During the conference, social activities give participants a chance to let their friendships grow in a relaxed setting. A nighttime cruise along Lake Michigan offers a spectacular view of the breathtakingly beautiful Chicago skyline. But that backdrop suddenly takes a backseat to a dazzling display of fireworks over the water.
Jesus answered him, "Foxes have dens, birds of the sky have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to rest his head."
What Catholics on Call does best is to allow young people time and opportunity to think and reflect about their own lives and how they can best find their place in God's world. Here, young men and women can truly listen for God's call as He speaks within them and through others.
The most interesting aspect of being with the other people was how much it really reflected the global diversity of the church and the national diversity of the church, and how we are all one body, despite our differences in location or culture.
And the support from Catholics on Call does not stop at the end of the week-long conference. It serves as a resource year-round through its website, annual partners conferences, and a follow-up retreat.
The first time I stepped into a room of the people that were coming for Catholics on Call, I was just so struck by their vitality. I mean, these were healthy human beings. They weren't people that didn't know what to do with their lives. They were people yearning to do something.
Catholics on Call can help you find your way in this world.
This is possibly one of the best things I've ever done with my life.
It definitely made me feel part of something larger than myself.
It has been an incredible experience.
Every day, every moment is an opportunity to listen to God's call, to respond.